What's going on, guys? Sean here. Last video I showed you guys I was cutting out a piece of that BD1N from that big sheet, and I just thought I'd let you guys know, man, what goes into getting a knife ready for heat treat, because it just seems like, oh, fucking easy. All you do is you just cut the son of a bitch out, drill holes, and fucking send it out. But there's a lot of details that actually goes into it. So you can see we've got some rough cut stuff here, and usually when you cut stuff out, here's a piece of K390. You've got to clean out that profile, all right? No big deal. You know, you just hit up on the grinder, you clean it out, and then once you've got the shape you're looking for, you can see I've got the shape I'm looking for there, I start to drill my holes, all right? You can see there's a difference. This one right here is ready to heat treat, all right? And I have that labeled. What's the difference here between these ones? Well, right away you can see, oh, okay, well, we're missing some holes right there. But also you notice that this is much, much grayer and this one's much, much brighter. So this is actually a layer of decarburized steel on the outside from when they hot roll the metal. It's basically just burnt metal on the outside. You have to clean that off. One, it just helps make sure you get an even heat treat all the way through. And two, it's just easier to check for Rockwell hardness and stuff when it's nice and cleaned up like you see right there. It's easier for them to check the Rockwell. If there's ridges and stuff like that on there, they can't test the Rockwell with all that decarb on there. It'll give you an inaccurate reading. So you have to clean off all that stuff right there. Also, it may help prevent warping of the steel, so you want to clean up all that shit. So it's not just that, though, either. But taking the fucking time to make sure that you get all of these corners nice and smooth so that when it's inside the foil packet, you don't have to worry about any issues. You see this tip area? You notice how I rounded that over? That's so it doesn't pierce my my foil when it gets sent out to heat treat there. You don't want it to pierce any part of the foil, break through. This is going to be austenized at such a high temperature that you don't want it to be in contact with air. That's why it's put inside of the foil. Again, I guess I didn't elaborate on what these holes were for. The smaller holes are actually for the Corby pins. The bigger holes are just to lighten the handle as well as give it kind of an epoxy bridge. When you epoxy these handles, you'll kind of have epoxy being able to kind of tunnel through on both sides and just hold the handle better. Just kind of a one more thing, one more peace of mind. The Corby bolts should mechanically squeeze the handle together. So you make sure you label the steel as much as possible. You're going to, basically do that on a heat treat specification sheet if you send it out to heat treat. But you just want to make sure that there's no confusion or mix up. And I even have heat treat instructions on the back here. So pretty cool, guys. We're going to get this guy sent out, get it back, grind it, finish it. This is kind of fun showing you guys the journey with CTS BD1N. It's a great steel. It's probably one of my favorites. It's very, very underrated. BD1N kind of has a little bit of a tarnished name, I feel like. People think, oh, that's low-quality steel, budget steel. Oh, it's just BD1N. How the hell is that going to make a difference? Well, the thing is that working hardness is going to make a huge fucking difference right there. And I would take BD1N at 63 HRC all fucking day over S30V at 5960. So it's not just always about the alloy, guys. And there's a lot to these nitrogen steels. The nitrogen seems to do a lot. So look forward to sharing more with you guys. Thanks for joining me. Take it easy.